Linda, I'm gonna need an air purifier to help me with this. Okay. When we talk about air purifiers, we think about, right, cleaning our floors.
Right.
We clean, you know, every other part of our house.
Right.
But the air in our home, when we talk about smoke, pollen, dust,
right.
dander that's out there.
That's right.
And then we start seeing air purifiers. But what makes this one different is, yes, we're gonna, you know, make the odors in our home go away. We're gonna filter out all of that with the filter that's in here. But what makes this one different is it has a UVC light. So once we trap all the bad stuff, we're gonna hit it with that light, which is also gonna inhibit all of this bacteria from then growing.
That's exactly right.
And this comes to us from Therapure. It's a weekly deal drop. It's $30 off. Only until Sunday will you be able to do it. Free shipping and handling as well. And you don't have to keep buying a filter for this one. So there's no additional cost. Sometimes it's like $50 filter.
That's right.
Right?
Yes.
And it's an additional cost every time you have to do that. This is cleanable. You're done. Once you get it, and it's easily portable as well.
Well, that's it. It weighs about 10 pounds, and it'll take, I don't know, about the footprint of a small dinner plate, right? But what's nice about this is what it can get out of your air. Now, there's nothing better than just showing you. So smoke is one of the smallest particulates, and it's a particulate that you can actually see. So I'm gonna fill this smoke chamber with the smoke, and then I want you to see, I'm gonna turn this on now, and this is why you want the Therapure, because if you want a clean air, you better move it. And this moves it like nobody's business. Think about what it's moving though. It's moving and removing the pollen, the dust, the pet dander, smoke, if you have a smoker, if you have a cooker like me that can burn toast, like almost every single time I do it, animal dander. The thing about the Therapure too is that it just smells better, right? It makes your home smell cleaner, fresher. It takes out any type of, well, the VOC. So it's a 3-part filtration. And the first part is this. Look how long and look how big this filter is. Now, this is a hemispheric filter. What do I mean by that? It's curved, right? Now, the fact that it's curved here helps to open up these fins. And when you open up the fins, you have more real estate, more surface to catch the dust, the pollen, the pet dander, and the smoke, trapping them. Now, right behind that is this UVC bulb, not a little bulb. Look how long this bulb is. Okay, this is a long bulb. I have it in this, you know, little carrier because you're not supposed to put your fingerprints on it, right? But the UVC bulb is what makes this so fantastic, because the bacteria that could get stuck on here, right? It's gonna remove and eliminate 99.9%. Hard bacteria like staph, like E. coli, right? And then behind that, you get the photocatalyst filter. Now, what does that do? Let me go over here because I want to show you. When we talk about photocatalyst.
Okay, well, they wheeled this over, Linda, and I made a very weird face, and they said, oh, no, this is to show, like, what we'll be smelling in the home. I was like, did we just wheel over cat litter over here? I wasn't sure what we were doing.
Right, okay, cat litter, right? I say, so if you have it, the last thing you want to do is have somebody come into your home, Tina, and go, oh, you have cats.
And you become nose blind to it.
Yes, exactly. And I have to tell you that I used to have a cat, and I have been into air purifiers for years and years and years. And then when the Therapure came and we have this UVC bulb, I was like, oh my goodness. So let's just talk about that photocatalyst filter too. That takes out the VOCs, the volatile organic compounds. What is that? That's our hairspray we put in the air. The nail polish, all those different things is gonna remove it. It's also gonna remove the odors like this, like your broccoli when you cook it. Maybe this, you know, maybe you have a little stinky garbage once in a while. It's gonna remove that. So when you think about an air purifier and you have all of these things, this 3-part filtration system, this is what you're getting in one unit. On the back of that, on the back of all the 3 filters, it is pushing out negative ions if you so wish, because there's a negative ion button on here, right? So what does that do? The negative ion, so you have that permanent type HEPA filter in the front. You have your UVC bulb, and then you have the photo catalyst. And then it pushes out if I put the ion button right on top here. Let's talk about that, because negative ions, when you put them in the air, positive ions that have all those awful things like the pollen or whatever, they stick to it, gets heavy, it drops to the ground, you vacuum it up, you dust it up. So let's just take a spin on here. This is your on and off button, right? It says on and off, that's pretty easy. Now, the one fin here means it's on low. The speed here will bring it to medium. This is where I sleep, right here. I actually almost can't sleep unless I have this on.
Right.
And this is on high. So I'm gonna bring it down to the low part here. And now this is your timer. So you can put this, you can set this for, let's say I'm just gonna sleep 8 hours and I want it to shut off. Me, I keep this on all the time. I never even use the timer, but it will go up to 24 hours. So that's pretty cool, right? Now, you have this is it. That's your UV bulb button right there. I keep that on all the time. You'll notice right in the front too, that when this goes on, when I put this on, this is gonna show me across the room, yep, that UV bulb is on, right? Now here, let's say I wanna put some negative ions in the air. Negative ions too, you know how like you feel when you go next to a waterfall? The clap of a thunderstorm will also have that, and you just kind of feel a little bit relaxed too. I'll put the ions, the negative ions going in there, but you have all these different abilities to really kind of do something with your air, and we have never known more about our air than we have in the past few years. My mom had COPD real quick.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is not a cure for anything, but I can tell you, there was only like, you know, I felt so helpless. But I thought, well, the one thing I can do is just help her, help remove those allergens, the pollen, the dust, because if you don't have an air purifier, guess what's doing the work? You're doing the work here, you're doing the work here, and the experts say that we are breathing in about a teaspoon of dust a day.
I always say, if you think, oh, I don't have that much dust in the air, I always tell everybody to go to your ceiling fans and just run your finger on the top of one of your ceiling fans and see how much dust collects up there.
Exactly.
That's just running around in the air. Can I say, if you're new to shopping at HSN, we are so lucky to have people like Linda that are here, that come out here and explain everything to us, right? Because if I were walking down an aisle, right, and I just saw a box and I saw an air purifier, I don't really know what's the difference between them, what's right for me. Linda comes out here and really explains the science behind it, explains what it's gonna do for us, explain how we're gonna feel, explain what it does for our home. And that's really what HSN is about. You get to make such a smart, educated decision on what is best for you and your family. So when you're talking about exactly what Linda said, if we're not getting an air purifier, right? I feel like back in the day, no homes had, you know, like a microwave, right? But then eventually now we all have one. It's all standard. I feel like air purifiers are gonna become one of those, because we have now learned going into 2023 that if we don't have air purifiers in our home, it is our lungs that are doing it. And what are good indicators that we know that? When we're going into the spring. When the pollen's really heavy, when, you know, we go into this season when, look at me, when we're, you know, feeling a little something in our throat, when we're starting to feel these things, that's when it's like big indicators. But all year round, all of that stuff is in our home, and then we spend big money to trap it in our home, right?
That's right.
It comes in there. We don't want anything to leak out of the doors, the windows. We take all the good and the bad ends up being trapped in there. Let's get all the good that we want. If you've always dreamt or thought about getting an air purifier, grab it when it's on sale. That's like a win-win, right? You know you're getting all the good things for your home, but you're getting it on a much better deal. And there's no additional cost. Normally you said, I want an air purifier, but then I know it's 50 bucks here, it's 50 bucks there.
That's right.
No additional filters.
Well, that's the thing. Excuse me. That dust right there just got me.
See what I'm saying? We don't want the dust in the air.
That's exactly right. I better put this, I'm gonna put this up on medium here. The one thing that I love about this is that I don't have to look on Google and go, where's the filter? What's the model is this, whatever. So here's the deal. This is your filter. You're gonna get it, and it is bright white. Over time, I started using this. This is over about 6 months. Do you see how this is starting to patina a little bit? That's okay. it will tell you, the machine itself will tell you when you need to do the filter clean. So you don't even have to program your phone to that.
Or guess.
Or guess. It'll say filter clean. It'll detect that. It's a red button there. And then you'll just take this out and you'll vacuum it up, right? Then you put it right back in. Let me go back over to the smoke chamber because really seeing is believing. And this is why I love this unit. First of all, it looks good. It looks nice and sleek. I'm gonna put smoke in here. You can see smoke, but yet it's the smallest particulate, right? It's about 0.3 microns. Now I'm gonna turn this on. Look how it's gonna move the air. Now think about if you put this in your study, let's say it's 90 square feet, 9 by 10, a little study, right? This is gonna clean it 12 times in an hour, every hour that you have it on. If you have a bedroom, 120 square feet, it's gonna do it 9 times every hour. If you have a big open plan, like I have a big open plan, so if you have 300, 400 square feet room, this is going to clean the air in 1 hour, 2.5 to 3.5 times every hour. So that's why I keep it on medium all the time. And that's why when you come into my home, you don't smell anything. I don't want to have a home cologne, I don't want to have that. I just want it to be absolutely neutral. And this is what's doing the job right here.
I'm telling you, and we always keep our air purifier in our bedroom with us. And then when I know I'm gonna have guests that are gonna visit, and that back room we don't really use all the time, I take it and I put it in that room because when I walk in that room for the first time, maybe nobody's been in there for a little while. It feels stale, right? You're like, oh, this room feels, like the air feels like stale and weird and different, right? Than any other part of the house. I go put it in there, it feels fresh again. It seems fresh. There's all these little indicators in your home that you probably never stopped and went, oh, you're right, right? Oh, the fish that I cooked on Sunday, I can still smell it now on Friday. Oh, I left the microwave popcorn in there too long and I burnt it, and then for days we're still smelling it. There's all these little things in your life that are indicators that your air needs cleaning, but you don't ever stop down and go, oh, I should probably do something about this.
Exactly. Well, it's a 3-part filtration system. This is let me just come over here again. If you're just tuning in, this is your filter. This is a filter that you're going to vacuum and clean. It'll tell you when you need to do it. It is hemispheric, so it is not linear. And the reason they do that is it opens up the fins to catch more pollen, dust, pet dander, and smoke. Behind that's your UVC bulb, and behind that then is the photocatalyst, which helps make it smell. But I'll just do this on the way out so we can see this, and because they say that inside our homes can be 2 to 4 times more polluted. It's because we're building our homes better and tighter.
So all the air staying in there. So remember, this weekly deal drop, the entire deal ends on Sunday. So if you're thinking about getting this, don't let the deal expire on Sunday. Grab it while you're thinking about it. $40 on a flex pay, free shipping, 812-674. Thank you, Miss Linda.
It's great to see you. Happy Friday.
Good to see you.
Happy Friday.
I was just talking about you the other day on air.
Oh, were you?
Yeah, good things. Always good things.
Fantastic.
Before I go to break really quick, I do want to let you know another fashion item. It is the 2-pack from Giuliano.